Welcome to this video on downloading data from NSE. This is particularly for Amibroker users. Many Amibroker users were using the getBow utility to download the data from NSE and to load it into their Amibroker. From March onwards, the old site has been closed and the getBow utility was not working as it was downloading the data from the old NSE site. So all the people were looking for a workaround to get the data from NSE. So in this video, we will see how to download the data for both the stocks and the indices from the NSE website. First, we need to manipulate the data to the format we need for Amibroker. For that, we'll open the file in Microsoft Excel. So I'll open the file. First, I'll open the bow data file. As you can see, there are many more columns which we don't require, and also the column names need to be modified as per our requirement in Amibroker, and they need to be rearranged in a particular fashion suitable for Amibroker. Now, this manipulation has to be done on a daily basis. So it is going to take some time and effort. So what we can do is to do a macro in Excel so that this repetitive work can be avoided, and with just the press of a key you can get the work done. So let's do a macro first. So I will start a macro here, record macro. I will put the macro as bob copy. And we will assign a key for the same thing. So I will arrange Control Z here. And you can either save it in the same workbook, or in a new workbook, or a personal macro workbook. So I recommend that you save it in the personal macro workbook so that the keys work as in all files. So I will say OK. So the first thing we need to do is to delete the data which we don't require. For example, we need only the series EQ and BE. The remaining series need to be deleted. So what I will do is let us filter first the data which we don't require. So we need only the BE and EQ series. The remaining series we don't require. So I've selected the remaining series and I can delete all of these data which I don't require. Now I have only the rows which I require, which is the EQ and the BE series. Now let's see what all the data which we require. Of course, we need the symbol, and I will rename it as ticker, which is the Amibroker language. course, I need the date. The previous close I don't require. Now I'll delete this particular column. First, let me remove the filtering here. I will rename it as open, high, low, and close. This last price also I will delete, which we don't need. Average price I will delete, I don't need. Traded quantity is the volume, which obviously we need. Turnover, of course, we don't need now. For Amibroker, number of trades also we don't need. And of course, we need the delivery quantities. Because in my Amibroker, the delivery quantity is used. I call it in Amibroker open interest. So I will name it as open interest. The percentage I don't need because I can calculate in Amibroker. So I'll delete this as well. In the series now, of course, we don't need because we got the series what we require. And I will bring it to the date. Now I have the data in the format which I need here. Ticker, open, high, low, close, volume, open interest, this is the delivery data and the date. So now I have brought it in the format I need and the data which I need. So I'll go to the macro and I can stop the recording. Now our file is ready. We can save it now. Now let us see how we can import into Amibroker. So first, let's open the nseindia.com in your web browser. And you can see there are many tabs here. So let's go to the market data tab. And in the market data tab, we'll open the daily market reports. So this provides the current reports for equities, indices, mutual funds, and everything. And it also provides the historical reports. Now, let's first go to the equities. So it provides the data for the current day and the current day and the previous day. There are many reports here, you can see here. So there is a bow copy file here. It is a CSV file. We need a CSV file. And also there is a bow copy with security deliverable data. So if you are not using the deliverable data, then you can download this bow copy file. And if you are using the delivery data, you download this file. So I will download this file here. So that has been downloaded now. Also, you can download the indices file. So here again it gives the current day and the previous day. So it is the daily snapshot file you have to download here. So I'll download that as well. So we have downloaded the necessary files for the current day. Now let's see how to manipulate the file to get into the Amibroker format. For importing into the Amibroker, use the standard method where again we create a template and we can use it on a daily basis. So go to the import wizard, pick a file, and we select a file which we have manipulated and it is in the format we need. Once you pick the file, you go to the next one. You can see the file here. It is in the same format: ticker, open, high, low, close, volume, open interest, and date. So here I have to select the columns as per the file here. First is the ticker, it's okay. Next is the open. Then you have the high, low, close, then the volume, then you have the open interest. And the last column is the date, and the date is in day, month, and year format. Day, month, and year format I've selected. You can say next. You can save this file. You can name the file. This is my Bob copy, and you can save it as my Bob copy. So this file can be used again every time. You don't have to do this here. You can say finish. But there's one error occurred, but you can go and see the error if you want, but I know what is the error in this particular case. So I'm not going to go into the details. Just say yes, and your data has been imported here. As you can see here, the 19th data is already imported here. So now you have the data required here. Now let us see how the work becomes easy on a daily basis. So I'll again download the file, fresh file here, without any manipulation. The fresh file has been downloaded. Now I will open it in Excel here. See, this is done fresh file without any manipulation. So I just run the macro here. As you can see, just one click and it Control Z and the whole file is adjusted in 1 second. So I don't have to do the whole process again and again. So because I've created a macro, so I will save it here. I can close the file, go to Amibroker. You can say instead of import wizard, you can say go to import ASCII. I choose the file which I saved now, and you can choose this mybow copy file which we have saved here. If it is not, if it is showing any other file, you can choose it from this drop down. Say open. It immediately within 1 second the data is imported here. So your job is in like done in within seconds. Once you download the file, it is seconds you have the data in Amibroker. Let us quickly look at how to get the index data here. We have already downloaded the index file from the NSE website. So I will open this file in Excel. So this is the indices file here. As you can see, it has got the data for different indices and government securities and things like that. So here we will take only what we really need here. So again, we need to create a macro here. So I will create another macro here. You can say record macro. I can call it index macro. Assign some key to it. I will give a control X. Control Shift X is the macro. And I will store it in personal macro workbook here. Okay. I will rename the columns. Call it ticker, open, high, low, close. I don't need this point change, percentage. These columns I will delete, which I don't need. Turnover, PE, PB, dividend yield, all that I don't need now. I will delete this. This is the date column. Again, I will move it to the last. Now I have the data in the format I need. But if you can see, a lot of data does not have the high, open, high, low, and close. They have only the close. It does not give me a lot of benefit to have this data here. So I will delete this extra data. So I will again create a filter here. So all this data which does not have the open, high, and low, I am not interested. So I will delete these. And some of the data like the government securities data also I'm not interested here. So I will delete this as well. If you want, you can keep those data. And here again, there are some extra data which is not useful, but still we will keep it because very difficult to make it automate as the rows may change on a daily basis. So you may lose the important data. So I will keep these data. Now I will remove the filter. Now we have the data which we need in the format we require. So I can stop the macro here now. Now I have a macro which will run with Control X. Control Shift X is the short key for this macro. So I can run this macro every time to manipulate the file to the format I need. So you can also create your own macros and keep it here. And finally, let us see how to get the or where to look for the historical data. So I have the NSE website again here. Let's go to market data and the same daily market reports. And for the equities, go to the archives here and you can select a particular date here, for example, the 16th, and then choose the file you need. Here you can choose whatever file you need. Now full copy, for bow copy and security deliverable data, or if you're not using deliverable data, you just choose the bow copy only. Here the bow copy CSV file. So you can choose and download for a particular date here actually, and then download here. Unfortunately, you cannot download at once for a range of dates. You have to go to each date and then download. And so once you download, you can adjust the file with the macro in seconds and then import the data into Amibroker. So this is a small drawback here. You need to go by date, and even for the indices, you go to archives. You can select a date here. Let's say 9th of May, and download the daily snapshot here. So go to the archives and download. So this is how you get the whole data, but like I said, you need to download date wise for each date, and there's no facility to download for a range of data. That would have made our work much easier, but unfortunately that facility is not there, and you need to download date wise. I hope you found this video useful and you'll be able to download the data without any problems. And in case you have any questions, feel free to contact me. And if you did find this video useful, please do press the like button. Thank you very much.